Chapter 33. The chapter begins talking about UFO researcher Raymond E. Fowler. He published many books and about UFOs and alien abduction. Including many, he wrote 3 books about the Betty Andre Assan abduction. He also wrote a book about the Allagash abductions, and he's regarded as one of the top UFO researchers of all time. So the Allagash abduction involves 4 friends that went to the Allagash Wilderness Waterway in Aroostook County, and they were planning on having a 2-week vacation of camping and fishing. The 4 friends were Chuck Rack, Charlie Fultz, and twin brothers Jack and Jim Winter. So they went to the campsite, and on the second night of their trip, they saw a UFO. Then a few nights later, while canoeing on Eagle Lake, they spotted another UFO, and they later claimed that it was an abduction. An alien abduction. Chuck Rack described the UFO as follows: I could see a fluid pulsating over the face of the object as it changed color from red to green to yellow, white. After they saw the UFO, they finished their fishing and headed back to the shore, and when they arrived, the large fire that they made was reduced to embers. We suggested that they were on the lake for longer than they thought. Years after the incident, with vague memories, Jim Winter attended a UFO conference and met with Ray Fowler. Winter said that he had seizures, and because of that, he had visions of aliens surrounding his bed. He spoke of his UFO sightings, and Fowler agreed to help Jim and the others. Hypnotic sessions were set for the men, and they were surprised to learn about their abduction experiences on the lake. It was revealed that the 4 abductees had somehow been transported to the UFO from their canoes. They assumed that the beam of light coming from the UFO was how they were transported. During a hypnotic session, Jim said, "The beam is going to get us. It's right there, right behind us. I know it's no use paddling. The beam, it got us. It's there. We're in it." Once inside the UFO, they were under some mind control or manipulation by odd-looking beings. They were forced to remove all their clothing, and they were led to a sitting area where a lot of examinations took place. They were poked and prodded This story was featured on Joan Rivers and an episode on Unsolved Mysteries, which was a television show. So there's an update to this story. Decades went back and Chuck Rack began to distance himself from the other abductees. He stopped making appearances at UFO conventions and stopped talking to his friends. In 2016, in the Fiddlehead Focus newspaper out of Madawaska, Maine, Chuck said that the reason that he supported the story was to make money. He thought that they were gonna make millions, but they didn't make much money. Jim, Jack, and Charlie disagree with this, and there was some type of falling out. Chuck did admit that he saw a UFO, but a lot of it was just storytelling. Then Chuck said that the fire that they made was with logs that were like 3 inches, and this put a lot of question into the missing time part of the story, because 3-inch logs burn faster, and this would discount the missing time scenario. Charlie Foltz contested this by saying that the logs were 10 inches in diameter. So there was some question about whether it was normal for the fire to last the amount of time that it did. Because one side was saying that the fire was supposed to be short, and the other side was saying that it was supposed to be, the fire was supposed to like last a long time. Chuck also brought up that they used drugs during their trip and that they were stoned. Charlie denied this. He just said that they bought an 8-pack of beer, that there was some light drinking. He also said that Chuck had a violent temper and that he had been banned from some UFO conventions, that Chuck was a loose cannon and a mental disaster area. So there was some back and forth, and they clearly had a falling out. The author believes Jim, Jack, and Charlie because of the way they conducted themselves throughout the years in many interviews. They remain friends, and it is said that this experience has affected them emotionally and physically. Jim Winter said that this is not a club you want to be a member of, meaning the Alien Abductee Club. And the Allagash abductions is like a big story ufology. And the author says that he watched the episode on Unsolved Mysteries when he was a child and he was fascinated by the story. I saw the story on the History Channel and it is a very nice story.